Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So today I'm trying out this nail drill that I kindly received, and this is something that I've been wanting to try for a while. I just didn't really get down to filming it because I've just been busy with some things. So I'm sorry to the company who's just been like pushing me to get this video out, but it's finally here. And I'm just going to go through everything. I will show you everything in detail in a minute, but here's just what you get briefly. Of course, you get instructions, you get your standard foot pedal as well, which I'm not a fan of. I prefer to use like the buttons on the drill itself. You get a drill stand or a handpiece stand, and you get some basic drill bits for like cuticle care and also some sanding bands, which is nice. And then you get the drill holder as well. So I'm just going to pull out the actual drill itself, and it's in this white color. You can get it in like a pink and a red and a black and a blue, but I was sent the white one, and the quality of this drill feels very nice. It feels very sturdy. The actual dial bit, like here, it feels very nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. The only thing about this drill that I didn't really like was the fact that you can't really see the number as you turn up the dial. Like, I don't really know what rotations per minute it is. I guess it's something you have to kind of guess. But here's me just plugging it in, and this is what it looks like when you put in the handpiece. It just looks really cute, and you can just leave it there on your table. And yeah, it's very comfortable to use. So here I am just switching out the drill bit to one I always use. This is my barrel bit, and it's one from either Makartt or Melody Susie. I can't remember off the top of my head, but both work fine. And I'm just going to use this drill today to actually do a removal. I have to remove these Gel-X nails that I have on from the Beatles review video that I did. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it in the description box below or up in the cards as well. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use this drill. I just put it on like one of the lowest speed settings because I don't have a very thick layer. It's just like mostly the color layer I want to get off. So that's what I'm doing. And as soon as I started using the drill, I did find that there were some like vibrations that I could feel on my nail, which were a little bit uncomfortable. However, the drill did work, and it did remove the product off my nail. The only thing that I would say as well that I didn't like was that I feel like if I had put a little bit more pressure to like remove the product, I feel like the drill would have stalled a little bit and it would have like stopped. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like it would have just paused on me for a little bit, and then as I removed the pressure, as I lifted the drill, it would have just kept spinning again. Like, I feel like that would have happened. So I was just trying to go very light-handed, and it did work just fine. You'll see in a minute that I'll switch out my drill bit because I'm actually struggling to get around the cuticle area, but that's not to do with the drill itself. That's just me changing out my drill bit. So yeah, this drill, I think it was very good. It wasn't as fast as my Makartt one that I use, but overall I would recommend it. It is fairly priced, so I will link it down below. I can't remember off the top of my head, but once I switched out the drill bit, I feel like it worked a lot better for me. I don't know why. So yeah, I did enjoy this drill. I think it was very nice. It was very cute. It is a little bit bigger than I would like, but honestly, it's still such a good drill that I would still buy it anyway. The only thing I would say is that it is also a little bit louder as well than most drills, but overall nothing too crazy, you know, not something that I would be put off by. So the whole removal process for this one hand took me anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes. I would say it was very quick, but then again, I do have short nails and I do have a thin layer on. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm just removing the rest with my hand file and also neatening up the shape and the free edge, and this is what the nails look like. So to do my nails today, I am going to try out the Azure Beauty dip powder. This again is also something else that I've been holding off for a while now, and I was really surprised to see everything that you get in this dip powder kit because I've used dip powder in the past where I've had only some of the items and not everything was provided. So I feel like this was a very well completed kit. I feel like it definitely has every single thing you would need to successfully do some dip powder nails. So I'm just going to quickly go through everything that you get. You do get 2 nice and neat replacement heads, like brushes I mean. So that's like to change out your brushes in case one of them gets ruined. And you do get 2, which is very nice. Next you get a little hand file. And I did use this in today's video, which was pretty good. You get a nice little buffing block as well, which it was actually really nice too because it felt very good quality. You get a brush and you get this little like bowl, like little dish type of thing, which you can use to like dip your nails in. I've seen people use that for like marbles and stuff, so I might try that out, I'm not sure. You also get, of course, your liquids and a cuticle pusher as well, and this kit did come with a bunch of dip powders as well. You can check out the link in the description box below of this product so you can like better see what colors they have. Azure Beauty also has other dip powder kits with different colors as well. So I'm not too big on dip powder, so I am using instructions to help me today, and I have already done nail prep, so I'm just going to go straight in with step 2, which is to apply the base. And this will be the bottle labeled number 1. It says to do a nice thin and even layer, and it says to work quickly because it does dry pretty fast. And I actually didn't do that on this finger. You'll see in a minute there's like some streaks because I was working a little bit slow, so do bear that in mind. I also thought I would give this little dish a try, which I did like. However, I feel like you should not be pouring all of the powder in there. Just use a little bit of powder, otherwise it will spill. Also, I feel like this is a really good little dish to use if you have longer nails rather than shorter nails. If you're doing nails as short as mine, it's probably best to use the actual container itself. Then I'm just tapping off the excess and let the powder sit for like about 10 seconds before you go to brush it off. And this is what it's looking like. A little bit bulky for my first try, but I think it definitely improved as I went along. So I just repeated that to the ring finger, and now I'm doing a second coat as I am with every single one of these colors. And then after the second coat, as you can see, this one came out a lot better. Waiting for about 10 seconds and then just wipe away the sides. And then I'm repeating that with this nice beautiful baby blue kind of color. I didn't really know what design to do, but I didn't want to use only one dip powder color. I feel like there's so many in here. Of course I couldn't use all of them, but I was trying to use a couple. So this baby blue is actually one of my favorites. I've really been loving this color recently, so I definitely had to go for it. And this one came out a little bit bulky, but just try to add a thin layer of the base. I feel like on some of these I did apply a thick layer of base. If you do that, it's fine. Just skip the second layer, or if you want, file down the first layer and then redo a second layer. So that's something you can do as well. And then I thought I would top it off with this beautiful like light blue glitter. It came out pretty sparse. I feel like this glitter is something you have to mix up really good before applying in order to get like a lot more coverage. Otherwise, you can also take the brush that comes with the kit and kind of stipple it on top. That way you can create a kind of a gradient effect with the glitter, which is really pretty. So yeah, there's just a bunch of things you can do with all these different colors. I'm not a pro on dip powder, so I'm just doing what I can. I have tried dip powder on longer nails, however I just feel like it's not for me. I feel like dip powder is definitely a quick way to do nails for me on like a shorter length like this, or maybe even slightly longer, but I wouldn't really like to do dip powder on a longer set. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like it doesn't hold for as long as polygel would, or as acrylic would, or as like a builder gel would. So I just feel like dip powder isn't for me in that way. But for short nails, I feel like it's a good way to do like a protective overlay or a cute little bit of color like this. So now I'm just doing the step 2, which is like the activator. This hardens the powder so that you can file and basically finish up the nails, buff and all that stuff. So I'm taking the little file that comes in the kit, And because I have a nice short length today, I feel like this file was really good and it worked really nice. I am using the 100 grit side. I kind of just did the free edge and the side walls, and then taking that buffer, I'm smoothing over the surface. With dip powder, you really don't need to do too much work with the filing, so I feel like a little bit of buffing and a little bit of filing is all that you need. Then just finishing off with the step 3, which is the top coat. You can do another coat after this one dries for an even glossier effect, but I just did the one, and then you kind of just have to wait for that to kind of set. The bottle does say gel top coat, but it's not actually a gel. I'm not sure what it is, but it works, and you just kind of have to let it air dry. And then once that is pretty much set, this is what the nails look like. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a very simple and easy design to do. Again, I'm not big on dip powder, but for me to even create this, it was like a very big thing for me because I don't particularly enjoy it, but I would definitely try it out again for like a marble design using that little dish. I think that would be very interesting. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out all the products I used in this video in the description box down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.